All right. Oh, I see. I've got them backwards.
That one. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay. Rock and roll. You got it?
Yeah, I got a
Okay,
copy.
cool.
I can hear me, but I can't hear you.
I can hear you, but you're probably only hearing me out of one ear.
No, I don't think I can hear you at all. Adam Sutton, yeah.
Let's see. I set you.
I think I got you now. Yeah.
Hold on. I just.
See the 9.
Now?
Yeah, I think I got you.
All right.
Yeah, Sutton's at 9. And then in the 6 is Joe Swain.
Whoops.
He's catching. After Swain is Briggs.
1G or 2?
I think it's 2.
It's 2.
Yeah.
Right here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See it first, I assume?
He's at first, yeah.
I had to think that big old boy had to be at first.
Yep.
Hey, they're not your season network.
Cornwell. After him is John Ledford, and he's in left.
Standard John.
Yeah.
John what?
Ledford, yeah.
Tricky kind of name I've ever heard.
You know what's really funny is that he's a spitting image of Drew Lock. I taught him when he was in 6th grade, yeah. He looks exactly like Drew Lock. I guess I could have offered to do that for you, but you're about done now. All right, so at number 9, Kellen Rumfeld is DHing for Dominic Rumler. So he'll be batting, but Rumler's playing third. Yep. Here, you want me to do it? I hate to see you struggle. And then he's going to be DHing for Rumler. Yes, to him, just like Mr. Rumler.
Whatever happened to him?
I believe he's back out at Ranger. I'm going to send, and I'm going to put that right there. So I don't crowd everybody.
All right, I think I got everything.
Let me double check. Kraken in center, Carringer at shortstop, Rumfeld's playing second, Cole's pitching, Cole's Sutton at 9, Swain's catching, Cornwell's at first, Ledford is in left, and Kellen Rumfeld's DH. Okay, looks good to me. Let me get my microphone a little bit lower so it doesn't catch my heavy breathing. Did you get the first names on the Hayesville group? Or you already had it saved, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
You got it.
Yeah, it was just on the bottom of my pile.
All right, good deal.
Thank you, though. Appreciate it. Avery.
And lineups are in.
All right. Lunsford, Kyle.
You want to mute? That.
Which ones is it? These two?
Yep.
Just push them both?
Yep.
Another beautiful afternoon in Clay County at Hayesville High School at the Recreation Complex. The Hayesville Yellow Jackets are playing host today to the Murphy Bulldogs. Murphy Bulldogs come into this game 13-5 on the season, and also 10-3 for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. This is after a 15-5 win for Murphy over at Conahita Park earlier this week. And looking for a good one here today. On the line for the Murphy Bulldogs will be a share of the Smoky Mountain Conference title.
Oh, wow.
If they win here, it's split up with Swain, and I think Coach Klontz talking to me a little earlier in the dugout saying, hey, there's some options to flip a coin, to play another game, go with RPI, those different things. There's about 5 different criteria that the coaches can agree to split that up and say, we take it all or co-conference champions for this year. But still, big game here today. Brandon Stevens along with Caleb English. And Caleb, any thoughts about going into this game? Because this past week, big offense and some big defense from Murphy. A few kids out for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. 1 or 2 with strep, so not a full crew that they would normally put on the card.
It's going around, lots at stake for this game today, obviously, for both teams, given their standings in the conference, but probably more so Murphy because, as you know, all the reasons that you just mentioned, always a dogfight between these top 3 teams with Swain and Murphy and Hayesville. They always bring a lot to the table in terms of baseball.
Let's talk about this for just a few seconds. For the Hayesville Yellow Jackets, what's going to be the key? That might be coming from the mound and talking with Coach Vardo a little earlier in the dugout as well, saying, hey, one thing that we've got to do is the guy who's on that little elevated hill in the middle of the infield, that's going to be key here for that. And they're one of their best pitchers, Braxton Cherry, who we've seen in the past couple of weeks since playing Copper Basin, leading up with Hiwassee Dam, Cherokee, and other. He's cleaned up real well. He's throwing some heat. He's real stable on the mound. I like Braxton Cherry.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be the anchor of their pitching core. If the stats that I have are correct, he's got a sub-3 ERA, which is definitely what you want. Going up against another sub-3 pitcher with Murphy and Isaac Cole. So could be a pitcher's duel today.
Otherwise, you turn it around and you put us on offense with the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Kyle Lunsford's not batting too bad. About 52% of the time, he's getting a hit and getting on base. He and Cade Denton, who will line it up. Otherwise, we turn things around and look at the Murphy Bulldogs. Adam Sutton has not done too bad. 17 games and batting .500. Ty Laney, a few more, about that same area. But looking at it, their bigger pitcher today, too, is going to be Isaac Cole.
Yeah. 2.50 ERA, I believe, a righty. And he's, great control, great speed. He's going to hopefully provide some trouble for the batters of Hayesville today.
Let's, if you don't mind, for just a few seconds, let's take a quick listen in. I talked with Adam Klontz about this past week's game over in Murphy at Conahita Park and see what he had to say just for a few seconds.
Coach, tell me about this past week's game with Hayesville. Tuesday's game was a great game for us. We jumped on them early and just kept the pressure on, kept the offense going throughout the game. Briggs Cornwell pitched well. Cole Laney came in to save the game for us there in the 6th inning there, and we did a great job executing, putting pressure on them on bases. They made some mistakes, and we took advantage of our opportunities.
What do you have to do today?
Same thing.
Right.
We're seeing their best pitcher today, so it's going to be a different ball game. We have to come with the same plate discipline, same plate approach, and play good defense in the field and execute, not make mistakes.
Conference title, being at the top, and playoffs, got to have some energy for that.
Yeah, we're real excited. Win today, secures conference championship, well, co-conference championships with Swain. But with that will come with a good playoff seed. So we have good opportunity to put ourselves in a really good position going into playoffs for next week.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
A word with Coach Klontz just a few seconds ago. Coach Vardo, we'll wait for just a second, get the national anthem out of the way. And to get the other side of the coin, Hayesville Yellow Jackets head coach Jeff Vardo.
Coach Vardo, tell me about this past week's game with Murphy.
Okay, last Tuesday we had a couple of kids that were a little bit down. They were a little bit sick, and they battled through. But it was a little bit of a warm day, and we had a lead about in the fourth inning or so, and we got a little bit tired, ran out of gas. But today, I hope that we can bounce back and go into the playoffs, hopefully, on a good note.
Seeing what you saw about Murphy, what do you have to do today? You've got home field advantage, but what's the task now in getting around them?
Okay, it always starts on the hill. We got to get our pitchers to go throw good strikes. When they hit the ball, we got to make the plays, and we got to get the big hits when we need them.
And also, I guess this got to get some good energy to go into playoffs too.
Well, that's what it's all about. You play the season to get yourself in position to go to the playoffs. Hopefully we get into the playoffs, and if we do, we hope we make a little bit of noise.
All right, Coach, good luck today against Murphy Bulldogs.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Coach Vardo there, and we'll wait just a second. We'll get the lineups. We'll post that how that looks around the diamond, Caleb, in just a few seconds. But Murphy will start out with Peyton McCracken, center fielder, shortstop Will Carringer, and second baseman Braden Rumfeld will be the guys on deck and in the hole. Otherwise, Isaac Cole, Adam Sutton. Isaac Cole's pitching today. Adam Sutton's in right field. Joe Swain is the catcher. Briggs Cornwell will be at first base. John Ledford in left field. Kellen Rumfeld will be the designated hitter for Dominic Rumler, who's going to be playing out at third. So there you see the lineup and where they're positioned on the field. So just taking that's Murphy. We'll check Hayesville when they come to bat in just a few seconds. But Peyton McCracken didn't get the exact start off in this season. Coming out of basketball, had a broken wheel, so he's all mended up and looking pretty good this season.
Yep, 333 average. That's nothing to sniff at for sure. Can't ask for too much more than that out of your leadoff man.
And then also looking at McCracken, a like on base percentage, 444.
Yeah.
So hey, whatever it takes, a hit, an error, or a walk. Delivery just a little bit outside. And this is Braxton Cherry, who is the Hayesville pitcher. By the way, just behind us, Hayesville and Murphy doing softball. We'll try to keep you up to date on that game as well. The 1-0.
It's a good pitch.
Yeah.
34 strikeouts for Cherry on the season.
That was a hard hit. I mean, that's a ball that's relatively difficult to hit.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's a little inside, but it's right there in the zone.
Mm-hmm. Looks like a tight strike zone today, too.
This one chips back.
It's going to wake up the softball game.
I think they're used to that, though.
Yeah. It's a peril of when you build fields back-to-back like this,
Right.
for sure.
But once again, I'm always impressed with this facility because it looks really sharp.
It really does.
A little bit of more grow season and a little more asphalt and concrete here and there, and it's going to be a dynamite place.
It's definitely coming along well. Easy to get to, too.
The 1-2, a little high. The other man I'm always impressed with, catcher for Hayesville, Avery Leatherwood. Got really good eyes. He's got good strength. He'll gun you down at second, throw you out at first.
Heck of a hitter, too.
Balance count, 2-2. And that one almost looked like he lost a little bit of control.
Just a little, yeah. Might have been trying to go off speed with that one.
How much baseball do you get to watch?
Probably more than my wife would appreciate. Lifelong Braves fan. Can't get enough of it. McCracken will take first base on a walk.
Will Carringer, shortstop, lefty, to the left-handed pitcher.
Hitting 414 on the year. Wearing one of my favorite numbers, 44.
Who does that correspond with in your world there?
Hank Aaron.
Oh, gotcha. I was thinking that.
Yep.
And Carringer, I don't see right away on his OBP, the on-base percentage. Am I overlooking him?
Oh,
okay.
It's at 541.
Not bad.
Nope, not bad at all.
I guess if you're from Cherokee County, let's see if this dog will hunt. The 1-0. Jerry checks his runner.
Good speed on first, and McCracken, one of their starting receivers in football.
Now, one thing here just early in the game, these first two at-bats, they've gotten a piece of it. Both fouled off. McCracken is on first on a walk.
Both foul swings are a little late, so let's see if Carringer can straighten one out. Carringer's got a wide stance.
Oh, going to bunt.
Oh, he pops it up.
No.
Oh,
Couldn't get the angle on that one.
nope, hard to find it.
Now, is that to offset Cherry a little bit, or, because early here, taking a little bunt.
Yeah, it could be to try to get a gauge on his speed. I never could bunt.
No. I never could get the angle, and growing up in Little League or anything like that, always had these fastball pitchers.
Oh, yeah.
And the 1-2. Oh, Avery's right in position there, waiting for McCracken to run down to second. Once again, nice day. The wind is blowing from infield to the outfield. Old Glory's just waving out there from the position of the camera to the outfield. And it's needed on a day like today.
Oh, yeah.
2-2. Man, that was
Looked
a low and tight, but first K of the day for Braxton Cherry.
Well, Cherry knows where to put it now if he needs a put-away pitch.
Braden Rumfeld, BR.
Rumfeld is hitting .452 on the season. Some of these batting averages are just outstandingly high. Definitely makes you nervous if you're pitching against it.
OBP is 528.
McCracken goes, and he'll be safe. Catcher almost had him. You were right, he's got a good arm.
Yeah. Been watching him for the past few weeks. He's, I like it when he's behind the plate.
Yeah.
And here's the 1-0.
Good pitch.
Oh. And that was one of those that's just hangs right there on that corner that's going to force you to swing at some trash and come out of your stance.
Yeah. Or the opposite, it could absolutely freeze you up.
Right.
I mentioned the last time I was here that the high ones always ate me alive. I couldn't lay off of them. And they play in Little League. Everybody knows everybody, so they always threw me high.
All right, the 1-1 to BR, Braden Rumfeld. McCracken's out there at second, gets a run out, lead off. He's going to crank it into center field, and it's going to back up the Hayesville center fielder. He'll get under it, and center fielder Mason Cook will get the second out for Murphy, and we'll do that F8.
McCracken tagged and went to third. So runner on third with 2 outs. With the pitcher Isaac Cole.
Cole 460.
Wow.
Once again, not too bad. And looking down again, Cole on base, 50-50,
Wow.
500.
He is right up on that plate, too. Ooh. And Cherry knew it and backed him up a little.
Pitching here for Hayesville for the last few weeks, we've actually seen quite a few people hit by the pitcher. So checking back a few games, it's one thing about crowding the plate.
Yeah, it's a danger.
Well, and here, if I flip back on my scorecards last few games, Yeah, they've. There was one game that came in. Swain was here.
Oh, boy.
We hit a few.
I've not got to see Swain play yet this year. I bet they're
good.
Yeah.
There's no doubt why they're tied up with Murphy at the top. I mean, they have good bats. They have good defense.
They're usually tough in baseball.
And to the word of the wise, countering over softball. They've had their share of appearances to the state championship. Oh, cracked up to the shortstop.
Gonna have to hurry.
Oh.
Oh, throw skipped away.
McCracken will come in, and Caleb, how do you score that?
Gosh, I don't know.
Hit with
RBI, I guess, yeah. Because it didn't look like the throw was catchable.
But the throw from second or shortstop over to first, bit of an error.
Yeah, could be. It's hard to call. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for Murphy, number 24. Ty Laney will be running for the pitcher.
Now that's a good one to have running because you got one of your running backs from football that he's a good straight line runner.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now Adam Sutton, the right fielder for the Murphy Bulldogs, 500 at the plate to this point in the season.
That was a good pitch.
Yeah.
Got to be brave to open up with some off speed on the first pitch.
On base, 556.
Wow.
Yeah.
These numbers are proven why they're next to the top.
0-1, cracked into right center field.
That might fall.
Oh, just into actually shallow right center field. And you get Ty sliding into third, and we'll get on to 2 with Adam Sutton.
It's a good heads-up running by Sutton there.
Joe Swain, power hitter.
440 average. Joe has 12 doubles. Wow.
Big guy, got good core strength, and
catcher just like his dad.
Right. Oh. Just inside, and it's going to be Ty running down to tag it up, and there again, the speed, Caleb.
Yep. It's definitely on display for Murphy early. A lot of speed at the top of their lineup.
I almost thought that was going to.
I thought it hit him.
I did too. Swain will step back into the box, and it's the 1-0. 2 out and 1 man on. That's Adam Sutton, the pitcher, or I'm sorry, the right fielder.
Right.
At third, swing and a miss.
Good cut by Swain there. Looks like the bottom dropped out of it a little.
We're getting a little relief from the sunshine. Clouds coming over, not that on the other side, and over the softball, little canopy of Carolina blue.
Yep, it's a pretty day.
1-1.
It's a good try by Swain there. Had a little bit of a gap over on the left. Definitely felt like a summer day today.
Right. It was about, 83, 85?
Something around there, yeah. He's got 2 on him with 2 out.
Evens it up.
Yep.
Bigger question now is going to be where these teams lay out for next week's game. Because probably Swain, Hayesville, and Murphy will have an appearance Tuesday.
Yep. Another inside pitch.
All right, this is a big one here.
Yep.
Once again, Adam Sutton is out at third, or not out at, he's on third. And Swain at the plate. If he plants this one correctly, Murphy can score their third run. And Cherry looks down the delivery. It's a little high, and we'll have runners on the corners. And Briggs Cornwell, Corny coming up.
333 hitter. He's got 18 RBIs, 19 hits.
Is this where you just now if you're Murphy, you just power swing and try to plant that thing and
Let it rip and hope
yeah,
for the best.
Yeah. And then now a visit from Avery Leatherwood back out to Braxton Cherry. Talk a little strategy.
To echo of what you were talking about with speed, we've got another courtesy runner for Joe Swain on first, number 21, Tommy Crapes.
Round for your Lady Jackets is number 4, the catcher, Faith Odell.
Let's see if Briggs can add to his RBI total here. Well, not on that pitch.
Rick's going to take a little powder here.
Yep. Wasn't happy with how long the pitcher Cherry was taking. Not the ideal first inning for Cherry, but maybe Hayesville can bounce back.
Now, looking back at a couple of the last pitches, I would have almost given that right-hand signal on that one.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very tight, very low strike zone today. Cherry's not getting hardly anything on the chalk. Actually, nothing yet, I don't think, has he?
Going to hold and do a little horse prance out at first once again. We've got runners on the corner. Sutton, the right fielder, on third. And give me our runner out here again.
Number 21, Tommy Crapes.
Okay.
Cornwell's making Cherry work on his schedule.
Oh,
It's going to be foul to the right.
out over to softball.
They keep that up, the softball coaches are going to give them a bill.
By the way, 2 outs, and they're in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Murphy Lady Bulldogs leading the Lady Jackets. And the game just behind us. Top of the first here, 2 outs and 2 runs. Murphy.
That was a good pitch.
That was a good pitch. That was heat.
Yep. That was just a 4-seamer right down Main Street. In the pros, they call those a get me over strike. I'd expect that runner on first to go here probably. Or Briggs is going to have another adjustment.
He's been a pretty good pitcher this year, Briggs. I think had a home run at Conahita Park earlier this week. This one goes down third base line, goes foul. Count remains 1-2.
I believe you're right. It says here he's got 2 homers on the season. He may have more than that. These stats might be a little old.
And I can't remember the other homer that was made by Murphy this week. There were 2.
Wow.
It's good when you get home runs, but you like to have a few guys on base when you do it.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Try to get him with off speed. He can't get that to land right now. I don't know if it's his grip or where he's landing his foot.
2-2. With 2 men out and runners once again on the corners. Oh.
Tried it again.
Count goes right to the rim.
Yep.
Full count, 3-2.
Crepes will definitely be running here.
2 hits and 2 runs so far for Murphy. 1 error for Hayesville, but that's not off the hit. Crunch right back to the pitcher and easy toss over to first, and that will end the top half of the first inning. So with a 1-3 put out for the third, like we mentioned, there were 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 men left on base, 1 Hayesville error to end that half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning, and coming to bat will be Mason Cook, the center fielder, Braxton Cherry, the pitcher, and Dakota Mason, the shortstop, will come back and feature their lineup and positions in just a few moments. It's Murphy 2, Hayesville 0 as we go to the bottom of the first here on Team FYN Sports. Top half of the first inning of play for the Murphy Bulldogs gives them 2 runs. Let's take a look at Hayesville's roster and their batting order. Starting out, Mason Cook, he'll be in center field. Number 2, Braxton Cherry will be the pitcher. Dakota Matheson at shortstop. Number 12, Avery Leatherwood catching. We saw him a little earlier. Number 11, Kyle Lunsford at first. Number 9, Kate Denton at third. 44, Kendall Boyer in left field. Mike Money is at second. And Tate Roberts left field. And we're going to see Mason Cook take off and go down to first.
He wore that one like a champ.
Leading out, walk second at bat, number 2, Braxton
So already
Cherry.
one hit. Braxton Cherry comes to the plate.
Cherry is a 472 hitter on the season. We didn't get to mention it with Cook because he was at first base before we got there, but he's got a 359 average on the season.
Isaac Cole's going to throw down to first, secure the runner, and get things set.
Isaac Cole with 56 strikeouts on the season. That's very impressive. Doesn't seem to have trouble finding the inside part of the strike zone on these lefties.
Here's the 0-1. Oh, wow.
It's a good breaking ball.
Delivering up a couple of aces right away.
That's one you got to be careful with because if you hang it too much, it's gone.
Inside.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yep.
That one strike, but that one's tough to hit.
It is,
You
yeah.
gotta shake it off the inside of your bat.
It's been on that area on the right-handed batters that they can't get to, but we did see a lefty for Murphy strike out on that same pitch from Cherry earlier.
10-3, Hayesville Yellow Jackets bring shortstop Dakota Matheson to the plate. 1 runner on, Mason Cook at first. Secure him there, and what's Matheson looking like?
Matheson's got a 316 average on the year with 8 RBIs and 12 hits.
And Matheson, 519 on base percentage.
That one got away from Cole a little bit.
You know, not probably until the movie Moneyball came around did anybody look at OBP.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all of a sudden, then everybody's going to Yale to major in economics to figure out stats and then recruit baseball players, right?
Yep, then you got the StatCast era and MLB coming around with all these other numbers like WHIP and WAR and things like that. It's just opened up, like you said, opened up a lot of job opportunities for people proficient in math. Helps out folks like me that teach at the community college whenever they take classes and you have to do statistics and like, when are you going to use this? Like, well, let me tell you.
Okay, so if you put in data like, well, it was raining this day or a light breeze or it was hot, and then can you regress that and say this is how the game's going to go?
You would think at some point you'd be able to do that. So many ounces of moisture on the ball.
How much Powerade the boys drank before they went out.
Yeah. So it's like 80% humidity on a Tuesday, and pitcher A perspires at 0.004 milliliters per second. How much moisture is on the ball when he throws it?
And we legalized a leash law in town. And then you regress all that.
And the mail didn't run that day.
Right.
Traffic lights were out.
Right. Okay. Back up to Dakota Matheson. Last couple of games, on and off.
Yeah.
He's either got up and been O-end or had like 2 of 4, 3 of 4. So kind of binary. Good day, bad day.
Yeah. Good time for him to have a good day.
But here in the last few games, though, Hayesville, now this is a relatively young team, but wait till the second out, and that's when they have performed. And actually, just being silly but serious, almost I would look at and say when they've had 2 outs, this Hayesville has really played well.
Yeah.
That's when the scorers, they load up the bases, run on anything, and the adrenaline's going, and boom, the runs start hitting.
I was trying to think of who it was when I was here last, but it was, you're right, against Andrews. Every time that they had 2 outs, they really started making the bats ring. A lot of hitters like having 2 strikes and 2 outs on them, adds to the pressure and makes them focus better. He's trying his best to straighten one out. He hit one almost to the playground a while ago.
Now that he's got his hat off, Joe Swain, next time when he comes up, Avery Leatherwood, look at him.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were separated at birth. or there's like, hey, you've got to fit this profile to be a catcher.
Well, Joe's got about, if I remember right, he's got 4 or 5 brothers and sisters, so it's entirely possible.
All right. Matheson has walked. And talking about now.
Your catcher for your
Now here's the
Yellow
perfect.
Jackets, number 12.
Avery Leatherwood.
Yep.
Leatherwood.
Leatherwood is batting .537 on the season. He's got 1 double, 3 triples, and 17 RBIs. So right guy at the right time for Hayesville.
Let's call it 600 for getting on base.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Overall, I have to say he's one of the guys you can't do without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just came a hair shy of putting that one in the river. That was a fastball down the pike, and he just barely missed it.
Switching back while we have a second, bottom of the second inning, Murphy 2-0 in softball, leading the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Hayesville's up at bat, and they're just coming up. Here's the 0-1 delivery, just a bit outside, goes 1-1.
Home plate umpire had to get 2 more baseballs. I know where he can find 2 more than that if he needs them. They're over there on the softball field.
Mason Cook is out at second, or on second. Dakota Matheson is
Got a
first.
wild pitch, and runners are going to move up.
So now let me correct that. Cook goes to third, and Dakota Matheson goes to second.
I cut you off midstream there. I didn't
that's
mean
all right.
to.
No, it's okay.
So that's huge because that takes away the double play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Center field.
good break
and
on it by the center fielder,
Trying to get out to center field. Peyton McCracken.
So the runner will tag
Yeah.
at third. Second moves up to third. So Hayesville's back in it with a sac fly RBI.
1 run scored.
Okay, so we'll see Matheson, or rather Cook, come in.
Matheson's on third.
Kyle Lunsford, the first baseman, number 11.
Lunsford, .529 batting average, 3 doubles, 15 RBIs.
I'm telling you, Caleb, now second
2 outs. You called it.
Down. But Briggs Cornwell gets under this one, and that's rare to see sometimes. F3, the put out. So with this, we see 1 hit, 1 run, no Murphy errors, and 1 man left on base. Not too bad for Hayesville to start things out. Some connections with the bat. When we come back to the top of the second inning, John Ledford, Kellen Rumfelt, and Peyton McCracken will come to bat for the Murphy Bulldogs. We'll go to the top of the second, where it's Murphy 2, Hayesville 1. This is Team FYN Sports.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
Jeep Celebration event at your hometown dealer. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville. Jackie's got your next ride for less, like the most awarded 4x4s in history. New Jeeps, the full line, starring all new Grand Wagoneer and Grand Cherokee L. New Ram trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality. Crossovers and high-performance cars, too. And all new models come with Jackie's free limited powertrain warranty. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service.
Murphy Bulldogs already at bat, and it's John Ledford, left fielder.
Ledford's got a 347 average on the season. Quite a hitter. He's got a home run, a triple, 3 doubles, and 15 RBIs.
Good to see him participating in any sports. Now, I don't care whether it's football or Chinese checkers. This guy, he's good, and, of course, he had a pretty good injury back in the spring, or actually in I sidelined him for a little while and didn't know if he was going to play sports for the rest of his high school career, but he's mended well. He's worked well with physical therapy, and he's doing all right.
He's a great kid, too.
Oh, wow. This one, it gets down.
Oh, almost. It was a good break by the left fielder. He just barely missed it.
So
Roberts tried to make the stop there, but he just couldn't catch it.
So you line that one up as a
single to left.
Okay. The one thing that when doing scoring or anything like that, that was the only thing I could. So, all right, what's the rule here? Is this an error? Is this a hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that can always get kind of hairy. A lot of times it just depends on how they rule it on the field. My parent. We got an HBP there on. Kellen Rumfelt.
Getting ready to talk about him, but well, go ahead.
I was just going to say I used to have to keep the scorebooks for my parents because they coached Little League Baseball, and better you to do it than me because they'd look at it after the game, and I would have all kinds of things wrong.
Kellen Rumfelt was the designated hitter for Dominic Rumler. He's playing at third, so you won't see Dominic at bat. Peyton McCracken got on base on balls, a walk his first time up.
It's a good bunt.
And takes off. And the 1-3 put out, but almost got there.
Almost got there, yeah. Cherry had to hurry.
But it does advance the runners, so Ledford will scoot on down to third, and Rumfelt out at second, or on second. I have to watch that term. He's not out. But Rumfelt, too, talking with him, in the dugout and warm-ups and stuff like that, trying to stretch out the arm. That injury that we had back in the spring at the state championship game.
Oh, good snag by the second baseman.
We will score another one with
Monty on the stop there. Money, rather.
John Ledford. It does advance the runners, though. Kellen Rumfelt goes to third, and a 4-3 put out. That'll be the second out, and Braden Rumfelt, BR. So when the stars aligned, strange things happen, but the brothers, one at third and one at home plate.
Right.
Let's see, 2 out. Top of the second, 3-1 Murphy leads the Hayesville Yellow Jackets.
See if Cherry can get out of this one with minimal damage.
Out. And then Rumfelt, he's going to try to take it.
Good speed.
Gets there.
Yep.
That's you like that. Stealing a home.
Not the highest batting average, but excellent speed.
All right, for BR. His only talent is not baseball, but he can sing the national anthem pretty well.
Can he really?
Musical group. Yeah. Kellen plays the guitar. BR sings.
That's right. Now that you mention that, I forgot that.
And they probably played
the
piano.
Sings,
and
I actually work with his mom.
Yeah?
Yep. She teaches a class across from my office.
1-0 delivery cracked into right center field.
Right in the gap.
Right between the trio, and that will push Braden Rumfelt BR out to first base. 2 outs, Caleb, and Isaac Cole, the pitcher. He had a first base hit. Now remember, He got on first, but the throw out over to first was a little error last time, but he still got an RBI out of that, but count that a first base hit. So let's see.
Yeah, we'll count it as a hit. It was a close call.
Swing and a miss.
It was a good rip. Rumfelt with the opposite field single a while ago. A lot of times in the right situation, those will demoralize the other team worse than a home run will, because you can just string those together and just keep pouring it on.
Delivery is just – that one was kind of odd because it was curving in.
Yeah. It seems like it's that off-speed pitch that he's been having trouble with today.
(0-2) count, 2 outs, and Braden Rumfelt is at first. 2 runs scored in this inning, and the 0-2 delivery.
Rumler's under it, and he makes it.
Oh, this is Matheson. I'm sorry, not Matheson. Going out to third is Kate Denton.
Wrong team. The jerseys are too similar.
All right, F5, and that'll be the third. So as we close out this portion of the inning, we see 2 hits, 2 runs, no errors, and 1 man left on base. When we come back to the bottom half of the second inning of play, we'll go with Hayesville's Kate Denton, third baseman, left fielder Kendall Boyer, and second baseman Mike Money. We'll come back up to bat, get to the bottom half of the batting order for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets, Team FYN Sports. All right, baseball fans, back here in Hayesville, Yellow Jackets, as we mentioned, going into the break, Kate Denton, third baseman, Kendall Boyer, the left fielder, will be on deck, and Mike Money will be in the hole. So first appearances for these guys. Murphy Bulldogs have cycled through. 4 runs scored by the Murphy Bulldogs, 1 by the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Let's see how Kate Denton will do as he comes to the plate.
Yeah, both pitchers seem to be trying to find their control. We've had a couple of hit batsmen on both sides.
Stays fair. And Dominic Rumler will bobble the ball.
Now that one will count as an error.
All right.
E5, yeah.
Next person to the plate, number 44.
Kendall Boyer.
Kendall Boyer.
Left fielder for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets.
Boyer has a 206 batting average.
Isaac Cole's the man on the mound for the Murphy Bulldogs.
Boyer does have 10 RBIs, though. Denton, the previous batter, 387 average, 9 RBIs with a double.
Throw those logs on the fire and you get a bonfire.
Yep.
That's a good one. Here's the 0-1.
Cole seems to be missing high a lot. In the previous inning, he had several that went above the batter's head. We'll see if he can get the reins here.
Throw down to second, not there in time, as we'll see trying to get that one out over to Will Carringer, the shortstop.
It's a stolen base for Denton. Do you have how many he has on the year? I didn't bring my base running stats with me.
I
don't have that one either. When I was printing, I was like, I should have brought that, but.
So Cade Denton comes off for just a second.
Looks like he might have hurt his left hand. Hope he's okay.
Well, I don't know if he slid in and then there's like a little scraping and some blood. He's got to do something with that for a moment. We'll take a quick break to let that adjust, and we'll come back in just a few seconds as it's 4 Murphy, 1 Hayesville.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted.
Cade Denton, fans, he'll be all right. He comes back out to second base. We'll get Kendall Boyer, the left fielder for Hayesville, set up at the plate. By the way, today, Caleb English and myself, Brandon Stevens, bring you Hayesville and Murphy baseball. Behind us into now, Caleb into the bottom of the 3rd inning where Hayesville comes to bat, but it's Murphy 4 and Hayesville 1. Oh, wait. Same score.
Are we watching the same game?
It's so that's softball. The Lady Bulldogs leading the Lady Jackets. Murphy with the first delivery to Kendall Boyer.
That was a good pitch by Cole. Took some speed off of it, and he had Boyer reaching.
Michael Modi.
So the second strikeout for Isaac Cole this afternoon.
Michael.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Mike Money, I just going to announce Mike Money, the second baseman. Go ahead.
I was just going to say he's got a 286 average with 10 hits, 11 RBIs, and one of those hits is a double. That's a good pitch.
Yeah.
Still not been the widest strike zone today.
No. Here's the 0-1, and that one a bit high. I'm trying to visualize. It's really difficult unless you're right there down about a story below us, just in behind the plate, and then you can kind of get the window. But the way this strike zone is looking, it's not necessarily a square. Now the ball bats into the back, and Joe Swain trying to find it right behind him, and Cade Denton is threatening at third.
Took a bad hop on Swain.
Right. No, I was going to say was the strike zone is not necessarily like a rectangular or square. It's more of a dodecahedron.
Right. Yeah. Normally it's supposed to be like a rectangular prism standing up.
Right.
With umpire to umpire, it's always different. Like you said, I think today it's a dodecahedron.
Now what you got to do is you got to go off our site and Google dodecahedron, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
I think that's the D12 in Dungeons and Dragons, isn't it?
Right. The 2-2 and 1 out for Hayesville. Cade Denton is on third. Kendall Boyer just a few seconds ago striking out Oh, right across there, and that's the third strikeout as Mike Money caught looking. Or I'm sorry, it's the second out, third strikeout for Isaac Cole.
He's got a couple on that pitch, right in that same area on that right side of home plate there.
Tate Roberts on the delivery, down over, or Tate Roberts getting the hit.
Oh, ball got away, so he's safe.
1 run scored.
Cornwell couldn't corral it.
Error?
I believe that you could probably classify that as an error because
Back at the top of the lineup, number 18.
the throw was
Mason
pretty wild.
Cook.
So it makes it 4-2 Murphy as Denton comes in to score. So
Mason Cook for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets leading off had a first base hit his last appearance in the top of the first. Once again, 2 out. Man on first is Tate Roberts, the left fielder.
you're definitely right about those them waking up with 2 outs on them.
And watch and see as this ball game goes through. This one will be unless there's just something that is a little strange talking to Coach Bardo. 15-5. You don't want that to happen here at home, and it's different energy. And they've had a couple of days rest and getting people back healthy, and swung and kind of tipped it in the infield, goes foul, but strike 2 regardless.
Good try by the runner on first.
Once again, Mason Cook, one of the better hitters.
Yep.
And he'll step back in with the 0-2 count. 2 outs. That one's outside.
Not by much. It's about where the other strikeout was. Maybe it was a little high. You never know. Like you said up here, you never know.
Little lead off at first, but the 1-2.
Got him on a change.
All right.
Pulled the string and got him.
So the third out, as this one will go no hits, 1 run. There were 2 errors by the Murphy Bulldogs and 1 person left on base. When we come back for the top of the third, we'll see right fielder Adam Sutton, catcher Joe Swain, and first baseman Briggs Cornwell come to the plate for the Murphy Bulldogs. After 2.5 innings of play, after 2 complete innings of play, it's now Murphy 4, Hayesville 2, Team F1 Sports. Murphy Bulldogs have the lead 4-2, and the Bulldogs will come to bat. As we mentioned, this is right fielder Adam Sutton, number 8. Catcher Joe Swain, number 25, is going to be on deck. In the hole is number 18, Master Griller Briggs Cornwell. I'll tell you a story about that.
Sutton singled to right last time, didn't he?
Right. Let's see. No, Sutton got on base. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. He did.
Okay.
No, he got a first base hit. That's.
Good cut.
What were you guys talking about a second ago with the slope ratios and?
Oh, that was a math term. I teach math, so
Gotcha.
somebody had mentioned that Murphy scored 2 runs every inning compared to Hayesville's 1 run every inning. So I said that's a slope of 2 to 1. And that's
Sean Plummer, our in-house announcer.
Yep.
Very Euclidean of you guys.
Well, you know, they always say, when am I going to use this? Like, I just used it.
Right.
Of course, that's kind of heavy-handed since I teach it.
So how high up in math did you get? Calculus?
Yeah, I had some calculus, had some statistics, a little bit of trig. Tried some physics, but that stuff is wild.
I was going to UNC and signed up for the wrong physics class. It was calculus based.
Oh boy.
Strikeout here, Adam Sutton.
Cherry seems to have found his groove now.
Yeah. Joe Swain last at bat was walked. But the other thing here earlier on is that we've had Braxton Cherry on the mound quite a bit, not so much for Isaac Cole.
Right. Yeah.
A little bit quicker to retire the batters for Murphy than for Hayesville today.
I should have brought my pitch counter. I could have kept track of how each one's doing, but you're right. Cherry has had to work a lot harder.
And it's okay because you won't have another game until Tuesday, so you get those days of rest. And here Swain cracks this one into left field, and getting under this one, left fielder Kendall Boyer. We get the second out. So the Murphy Bulldogs going Roberts?
I believe so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tate Roberts is in there. I've got 2 left fielders. So Kendall Boyer.
Boyer is in right field.
Oh, right field.
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless, second out.
Yep. Cherry having a much more judicious inning, but he's got some serious power at the plate right now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Must have been very inside.
Back in football season, Briggs Cornwell, now we're talking about the best way to prepare a steak. You know, he likes a thicker steak, just a little bit of mild seasoning, get the grill about 600 degrees, flip it over a couple times, and it's ready to go. I'm like, no, you got to tenderize it. You got to, get some Italian dressing, get some Worcestershire sauce, cook it 2 minutes on each side, a lower temperature, thinner steak. And
yeah.
So we had an argument, but everybody around the team kind of circled me and said, no, he's the master.
Oh, really?
So I was outnumbered.
He must have catered for him before.
Has.
I don't. I like them both ways, honestly. I do like a thicker steak, but my brother makes a good one. He just puts seasoning on it and a piece of butter about that big. Oh, yeah.
Let's see how he cooks this one up. 2-1 is the count and 2 out. No one on, and it's.
That was a good one.
Briggs Cornwell, yeah.
I like that one. That's a good dad joke.
Into the dirt, and it goes 3-1.
2 outs. What do you think Cornwell's doing here? You think he's taking or swinging away?
No, I think what's probably going to happen is you look at Braxton Cherry. This isn't his usual statue form. I think it's going to go a little off. Oh, no. Wow.
Came back on him.
He
Wow.
righted it, and yeah.
Cornwell thought he was going to first. Truth be told, I mean, he may have had an argument.
Now with that one, I got to let it rip. I got to hit this one.
Oh, yeah.
Watch it. No, outside. Yeah. Fooled me both ways. But regardless, Briggs Cornwell goes to first base on a walk. John Ledford, last inning, last half of the bottom half of the or top half of the second, first base hit. Of course, he led off in the in the second.
Singled and scored.
Kellen Rumfelt's right behind him on deck. He was hit by Braxton Cherry. Inside, but wow. You got to back up if you're John Ledford to hit that one.
Yeah, it's I mean, I hate to be this way, Brandon, but I still don't really know where the strike zone is yet. I know it's low, and I know it's very, very tight.
So umpires using a slide rule to calculate the strike zone because of that floating decimal.
Yeah, Carpenter Square.
Right. You didn't know who you were walking into the booth with today. You know, it's like we're baseball now. It's
Yep. Hopefully somebody listening to this that enjoys math is kind of like, yes, I feel seen.
At the end of this broadcast, you'll earn some continuing ed credits in math. All right.
1-2 count on Mr. Ledford here.
4-2 the score. Murphy leading Hayesville with 2 out here in the top of the third. Over or behind us, top of the fourth, it's 4-1 Murphy leading Hayesville in softball. Braxton Cherry with a 1-2 delivery and strikeout. So John Ledford's call looking, that is out number 3 for this for the Murphy Bulldogs. No hits, no runs, no Hayesville errors, and 1 man left on base. When we return now for the bottom half of the third inning of play, Braxton Cherry, the pitcher, not too much rest for him. He comes to the plate. Shortstop Dakota Matheson and catcher Avery Leatherwood will step up to the plate for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Once again, Murphy leads 4 runs to Hayesville's 2. We're back in just a moment.
At Circuit World.
Jeep Celebration Event at your hometown dealer. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville. Jackie's got your next ride for less, like the most awarded 4x4s in history. New Jeeps, the full line, starring all new Grand Wagoneer and Grand Cherokee L. New Ram trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality. Crossovers and high-performance cars, too. And all new models come with Jackie's free limited powertrain warranty. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest...
The Murphy Bulldogs and the Hayesville Yellow Jackets doing battle here at the Hayesville Recreation Center. It's Murphy 4, Hayesville 2. Braxton Cherry, the pitcher, comes to the plate. His first at bat, top of the first, was a strikeout. Isaac Cole delivers, and it's knocked back foul.
A little late on that one. Cole's got some good speed on his pitches.
Right. And so far today, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts.
Golly.
After 2 complete innings.
You see why he's leading the team.
Right.
Oh, man, that was a good opposite field hit by Cherry.
Threaded that one just right between the shortstop and third, and a little shallow out to left field. And left fielder John Ledford fielding that one. So not bad.
Nope. He needed that.
Dakota Matheson made it to third, his first appearance at the plate.
He walked.
Yeah. And he's another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Matheson, 316.
Looks like 8 RBIs on the season.
Okay, 1 runner on. Braxton Cherry at first, and here we go.
Cherry's going. Swain loses the ball. Tough break.
Defense name of the game for the Murphy Bulldogs the last few games. A few walks, a few stolen bases. This has been the little bit part of the weaker point. Not necessarily Swain's issues, but just all the way around in defense for Murphy. Awesome offense.
Right.
Crack back down. Rumler misses this one.
Another gapper right underneath Rumler.
Ledford will pick it up, but Braxton Cherry will head on to third as he waits for the traffic to clear. And on at first, Dakota Matheson.
Next person I played, number
now
12.
Avery Leatherwood
Leatherwood
got a good chunk out of this one. The last at bat, he flew out to center field, but it was a sacrifice because he did get Mason Cook to score.
Right. 2 on, nobody out. One of your best hitters in the box.
I think for Hayesville, I mean,
they can get right back in it here.
Uh-oh.
He does the old step off towards third and look at first. That always, our producer said, may have looked like it, but it wasn't a balk.
Right.
We're, you talk about how baseball always has like a million rules. The balk was one that took me a while to get my head around because I never pitched.
Right.
So I never had to worry about it. But it's a tough one.
Earlier, getting into senior league, that's when I discovered I had really bad spaghetti arms.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And no way I could be a pitcher, and that's when I threw down my glove and didn't play anymore. Oh, this one.
In the gap.
Yep. And coming in is going to be Braxton Cherry to score. Matheson will get over to second, and Avery Leatherwood, we told you,
yep,
good hitter. And both he and Braxton Cherry threaded the eye of the needle because right in between shortstop, there's Rumler and our man Will Carringer.
Right. Yeah, they're wearing out the left side of the field right now. 3 straight singles.
Kyle Lunsford. This one just a little bloop. He hit to Briggs Cornwell at first. His first at bat. So
that was the liner, wasn't it?
It floated out through there, yeah. First one's heat, and it's a strike, 0-1. So the Hayesville Yellow Jackets digging right back at the Murphy Bulldogs. Bulldogs first and second inning had 2 runs, now evenly across the bottom, 1 run in each inning for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets.
1-1 count.
Lunsford, a junior, hitting .529, and stands back in and waits for Isaac Cole to give us the 1-1. Right there across, that was
a good one.
Breaking ball? Curve?
Yeah, I think it slid. I think it was a slider.
Yeah.
Nobody out, 2 on. Hayesville's down by 1. Murphy's got quite a pickle here.
The 1-2. Crunch right back up to Will Carringer. He'll field second base and a throw to first. In time? Not in time. There's going to be a little discussion on this one.
Yep. He looked safe to me and the rest of the Hayesville hopeful.
Next person at bat.
So
number 9, Caden.
So let me see here.
That'd be
Matheson is over at third.
Right. Yep.
And so 5-4 put out on Avery Leatherwood, a good runner, and then a 4-3 put out on Kyle Lunsford.
Yeah.
And so Kate Denton, the third baseman, now at bat. And this one just sliding the wrong way.
What did Denton do last time?
Kate Denton was he was there. He was on by an error. It was
and he scored.
Bad
right?
throw. Yeah, he did score. Dakota Matheson at third. He was in the top half of the or bottom half of the first. He made it to third and was left on.
Good swing by Denton there. Had the right idea. trying to bring Matheson home. Still a big gap in the outfield. On the left side, they're not playing him to pull.
But Kate Denton, though, getting onto base, he got a good touch on the ball.
Yep.
Just not fielded well. So watch out here. Now, once again, that strikeout.
Yeah.
So that'll be the third out of this inning. But going along to it, Caleb, they get 1, 2, 3 hits, 1 run, no Murphy Bulldog errors, and 1 man left on base. And that will end 3 complete for this baseball game. When we come back to the top of the 4th inning of play, we'll go to Kellen Rumfelt, the designated hitter. Peyton McCracken and Will Carringer will make the 3 at-bats for the Murphy Bulldogs. And the gap closes between Murphy and Hayesville. Murphy 4, Hayesville 3. We're back for the top half of the 4th inning in just a moment on Team FYN Sports.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
Jeep Celebration event at your hometown dealer.
Murphy Bulldogs leading the Hayesville Yellow Jackets, but looking at the scoreboard, Hayesville has consistently hit and made 1 run in each portion of the inning, and it's now Murphy 4, Hayesville 3. Kellen Rumfelt, the designated hitter, is at the plate. Deliveries in the dirt. And Caleb, real quickly, right behind us, Hayesville's Graceland Anderson cranks a 2-run home run.
Wow.
And narrows the gap. Guess what the score is?
4-3, yeah.
Murphy still leads Lady Bulldogs over the Lady Jackets. But nice shot into center field for Graceland Anderson.
Yeah, nice little bit of duality there.
So, lefty Kellen to...
He was hit by a pitch last time he was up, I believe.
He was.
Yep.
Did score, though, to lefty Braxton Cherry.
Tried to straighten that one out, but it...
goes in the outfield of the softball field.
Yep.
1-2 the count. So let's see, today for Braxton Cherry, 1, 2, 3 strikeouts. Retired the Murphy Bulldogs quite well in the 3rd innings. Two strikeouts, Adam Sutton, John Ledford striking out, then a fly out to left field, and walked Riggs Cornwell.
Lots of hits today. He tried to send that one to the opposite field. Not a bad idea. Big gap in left again. However, with a left-handed batter there, Hayesville's playing him to pull. Kind of the opposite strategy Murphy was employing a while ago.
Here's the 1-2. Well, high and inside. Just off the edge of that dodecahedron.
Yeah. Could have read the Rawlings on that one.
Big pitch here.
Yep.
2-2.
Trying to get that one to break, but it didn't.
He'll deliver some heat here.
Yep. He's got to have a strike, yeah. Rumsfeld knows it, so let's see who wins.
The 3-2.
Foul tip. Yep.
Stays full.
I think he fouled it off himself, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Those hurt.
Full count again. This one cranked down, and he'll.
Another
And
foul.
you can tell he's still got a little twinge because when he turned around, it looked like maybe.
A little bit of a grimace.
Yeah, he's still shaking his right leg.
Probably makes him a little bit nervous because, as you mentioned, he's had his fair share of injuries this year and across multiple sports.
He's had shoulder surgery, and this one cranked down.
Oh,
going to
got
stay
through.
fair, and he'll get a first base hit out of that.
He'll
and
get
he's
2
gonna-
out of that.
Oh, no.
Good arm in right field. I
think
thought
he
that was a double for sure.
I thought he was on his horse, but
Yeah.
all right.
Good play by the right fielder there, Boyer.
Peyton Opie Cunningham McCracken comes up to plate. He's signed as a preferred walk-on at Western Carolina University to do football.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They have a really nice field over there. Rumfeld's wanting to get second immediately.
And that's not always been the case because now I guess if Mike Cottrell were here, he could tell you about his brother Todd being quarterback at Western Carolina University when it was basically just like, okay, we'll throw out maybe some concrete, I don't know, and they threw some AstroTurf on top of it. That's about how it felt. I mean, I don't think they did that obviously, but that AstroTurf, and it was didn't wear very well, and it was the worst surface in the world to play on. But now that they've got a nice, good, they've got a great football field.
I think the throw to first caught Rumfeld.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not to laugh at him, but
if they were playing pegs, he would have been out, but that
Right.
unfortunately those rules don't apply here.
Peyton's got an 0-2 count.
Leatherwood very much aware of Rumfeld's desire to steal.
One of the most entertaining people you'll ever meet, Peyton McCracken, but when it comes to playing the sport, he's all business.
Yep.
This one cranks into center field, drops, and
That's
it's going to get
trouble.
It's going to get Rumfeldt. Maybe he'll stay at home, but he's going to stay at third, and
They hold McCracken to a single. He was thinking to.
he was looking for that. So McCracken is 1 for 3 today. Rumfeldt 1 for 2. And Avery Leatherwood he thought he was going to go out and have a chit-chat with Braxton Cherry, but holds off.
I think he was just kind of giving some general direction to the crew.
Will Carringer. Liked watching him in basketball this past season. He was one to really just have some good breakout basketball games, come in when things were coming to a lull, he'd fire it up.
Is that so?
I'm looking forward to seeing him next season, basketball, but now let's see how he does in baseball.
I didn't catch any basketball games this year.
Struck out his first appearance, thrown out at first, 0 for 2 from the plate.
McCracken stole without a throw. 2 on, nobody out. 1-0 count on Carringer.
So with no outs, do you really watch the plate with Rumfeldt staring down to score? Cranked it right back and throwing to first, but Rumfeldt will score.
Yep.
So that was that. Let's see.
That was a
5-3
with an RBI.
and the first out. So Rumfeldt will score and advance Peyton McCracken down to third. He'll be in scoring position. Braden Rumfeldt.
He singled last time.
Yep, and flew out to center field. So he's touching the ball, getting a good piece of it.
Lots of contact today. Looking at the ERAs, we kind of expect
Oh,
a
wow,
pitcher's
look at
duel,
this.
but yeah. It's a single to left.
Runs Peyton McCracken in, so he'll get first base hit with a ribby.
Seems like Murphy's got Cherry's timing down now.
Pitcher Isaac Cole. He had a first base hit and an RBI, and then flew out because he didn't get a good angle on the bat, and it popped up and went
to the
down over to third baseman Cade Denton.
That's right. It was in foul territory, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, going to run.
There's a pass ball with no throw.
And Braden Rumfelt gets to second.
Murphy's definitely digging a path between the bases this inning. Kind of like a dog will do in your backyard.
All right, back to statistics now. We flipped the quarter 4 times, and it's 2 runs. Are we going to stop here and just leave it at 2 runs?
Well, if you're if you're a betting man, the odds are in your favor. But the way that they seem to be kind of all over Cherry, I don't think that's going to be the case.
All right, so BR comes in across the plate. What happened? Little delay here of trying to pick up the ball, and then once it's thrown to first, so
Got
error?
away, yeah.
Error or a hit?
I think you'd probably first base. Yeah, it's an error because the first baseman missed it. Yeah, so it'd be an error with a RBI.
All right.
And a courtesy runner, Ty Laney will come on. I believe he had a stolen base last time he was out there.
Yeah, that was up at top of the first.
Yep.
And so now Coach Vardo is coming out to talk to Braxton Cherry. Hasn't taken the ball away from him, but pats him on the back and says, let's do work.
Yep.
Avery Leatherwood comes back, gets ready for the first delivery, and this is Adam Sutton.
One of their better hitters.
Had a first base hit and struck out. That was top of the first and top of the third.
Right.
Only 1 out, 7 to 3. Murphy leads the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Right behind us, it's still a 4-3 ball game. Top of the 5th, Murphy will come to the bat in softball. But this one's going to bunt foul.
That was dangerous because it went up in the air.
Yeah, you want those jewels, just knock them right down in front of you. Hit the green grass right there.
You know, when I helped coach our producer in middle school baseball, he was the best bunter on our team. He could make the ball run right down the chalk. So every time he sees one go up in the air, I think he has like a little bit of a cringe moment. It just kind of runs up his back. And he batted left-handed, so he would send it to third, and he would just get to first nearly every time.
All right, strike called on this one, 0-2. Okay, so we've blown the statistics here, so
yeah.
Pull out the y equals mx plus b, and let's forecast this one the rest of the way through.
Yeah, and if you want to add in the timing of Cherry's pitches, his pitch speed.
Strikeout.
Sutton, a very aggressive batter. But if you have to strike out, swinging is the way that you want to go.
Second out for the Murphy Bulldogs. 2 runs scored so far off of, 3 runs scored. 1, 2, 3 hits.
I think you wanted it to be error. 2 so you could hit that parlay.
I was. That's it. All right, Big Joe is here, catcher for the Murphy Bulldogs. Walked and flew out to left field.
He's due for a hit, I'm afraid. Coming into the game, 440 average.
I'm wondering here today just how he's settling down a little bit, because he's had to do some work behind the plate. Ball got behind him. Another drop ball here or there, but cranked down.
That's a fair ball.
Yeah, and third baseman Kate Denton collapses on that one. So first base hit.
Yep, single to infield single. Looked like the third baseman lost his footing there.
Briggs, Blackstone, Cornwell will come up to bat.
Crapes will come in and run for Swain. 2 on, 2 out.
Crapes. You ever talk to that guy?
No, I taught at Crapes once.
Yeah?
Lexi, yeah.
He's a laid-back guy.
Is he?
Yeah, like him. Once again, 2 out, 2 runners on. Crapes at first and Cole at second.
I think Briggs was taking regardless on that one because that was a pretty good pitch. It was Cherry's off-speed pitch that he seems to be having trouble with today.
All right, children, here we go with the 0-1. Wow.
Yep, that's much to Briggs' chagrin. That area has been a strike today. Yeah.
He was thrown out at first because he chipped his first at bat back over to Braxton Cherry, who picked it up and just quickly tossed it over to first base, and then he was walked to second and left on base. So his third appearance here, the 0-2, just a little high and inside.
Yep.
Once again, everybody gets a good lead off. Crepes at first. Cole at second.
Oh.
And the sliding decimal, this one's going to land in left center field.
At the fence.
And it will score.
That'll be a standing double for Cornwell, and it'll clear the bases.
And so with that.
Oh, Crepes barely got underneath the tag by Leatherwood to make it a 9-3 game. That was a good try by Leatherwood. He almost got him. Excellent throw, too.
So the runner actually for the Murphy Bulldogs coming in to score just a few moments ago, not Isaac Cole, but rather Ty Laney, who's been the runner.
Right. Ty Laney was.
I was sitting here saying Isaac Cole, but I forget.
Yeah, Laney was the runner for Cole, and then Crepes was the runner for Swain. Yeah.
Okay, so
both courtesy runners came in to score. So that's a 2B with 2 RBIs. The scorecard stuff's starting to come back to me watching you do it.
John Ledford.
A good pitch by Cherry.
Yeah, sees that one strike.
Yep.
First base hit and scored in the top of the second, and then struck out in the top of the third. Here in the top of the fourth, once again 5 runs scored by the Murphy Bulldogs. This one just inside.
Yep. They've definitely took the rest of the lid off the can this inning.
And let's see here, just behind, word with Coach Adam Klontz for a few seconds. Kellen Rumfeld's on deck. Has he had enough time to convalesce from all the injuries he's had? Little hit on the foot, pegged over at first.
I hope so. He's still young, so
right.
Hopefully that won't be hurting him in the morning. But if it happens to a guy like me or you, it hurts all week. Another good pitch from Cherry.
You just gotta. There's 2 words that just leave with people: Epsom salt.
Oh, that's the best stuff ever.
Right.
They even make it in a roll-on stick.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding.
No. I had to get one when I had shin splints once.
I had those.
Those hurt.
Once upon a time. All right.
Good throw by Leatherwood, but Cornwell beats it just by a hair.
Blackstone makes it to third. All right, John Ledford has a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Briggs Cornwell is in position to score. So really, once again, big gap out there in the in left field. Is that
left center? They're not playing him to pull; they're playing him to go opposite.
Yeah, to go to the.
Oh,
just inside.
That almost got him. Thought it did.
Who was the in the Bad News Bears original movie there? Coach always made.
He did go opposite field. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. So Ledford gets on a first base hit. We'll bring Briggs Cornwell in, and we roll back through the line. So we've went through the entire batting order now with Kellen Rumfeld. This one rounds out to him. He'll bat the second time in the fourth.
To echo your point, he He definitely got some war wounds in the batter's box and on first base.
But in Bad News Bears, coach would always tell this one kid to come up and say, lean in and take a hit for the team because you can't bat.
Right. Umpire says he went around, so that's going to be a check swing strike.
So do you say to John, just lean in a little bit. Just it only hurts for a moment. Little rash a little bit later.
It might hurt a little bit more for Rumfeld, considering he's already got a lot he's working with. But for John, I think he's still pretty fresh. Yeah, he probably could have wore it with pride.
Ogilvy, I think. That name comes to mind.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
But coach, it hurts. It's like I said, lean in and get hit. Here's the 1-1.
That was a good rip, but it was a hair early.
Heads out almost to what the 316 mark.
Yeah.
So the field, right field, left field, 316. Center is 360. Winds died down, so nothing to help carry you.
Nope.
And Rumfeld stands in with a 1-2 count. Braxton Cherry on the 1-2 delivery. It's cracked down the first base, and it'll be 3 unassisted. So that puts away the Murphy Bulldogs, where they did have 6 runs scored off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. There was 1 error for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets and 1 person left on base. So when we come back, we'll see the Hayesville Yellow Jackets come with Kendall Boyer, Mike Money, and Tate Roberts will lead out. And as we finish out the top half of the 4th inning, it's Murphy 10, Hayesville Yellow Jackets 3. They're on Team FYN Sports. The Murphy Bulldogs have a 7-run lead, 10 for the Murphy Bulldogs, 3 for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning of play here in Hayesville. Just behind us, we have the softball matchup. Murphy's Lady Bulldogs 5, Hayesville Lady Jackets 3, as they're in the bottom of the 5th. Brandon Stevens and Caleb English bringing you this baseball game on this fine Thursday afternoon. And we get into the weekend, just a bit of rest for these baseball players, softball players, and state playoffs crank up on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And probably these teams, I haven't seen brackets, haven't seen how things will lay out, but I would imagine that Hayesville Swain at least will get a first round home game, possibly Hayesville. We'll see.
Yeah,
they might have
hopefully.
to travel.
It'd be good to have a home playoff game on these fields.
Kendall Boyer is the Hayesville batter, right fielder. Struck out his first at bat. That was in the bottom of the 2nd. So he's 0 for 1 so far.
So Hayesville's only on their 2nd time through the lineup still.
That's right. So going here to the 4th, these 3, Boyer, Money, and Roberts will finish that 2nd rotation of going through the batting order.
Good take on the slider by Boyer. A little bit off the plate.
Crank back down to Rumler, and he'll feed it to first to Briggs, and It's
Makes
in
the
time.
snag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stretch by Briggs there.
So a 5-3 put out for the first out. Mike Money, the second baseman, struck out Caleb in his first at bat. That was bottom of the second. So today, Isaac Cole, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, cranked into just shallow outfields.
Second baseman makes a good snag there.
Second baseman Braden Rumpel, BR, got under it.
Thankfully, he was kind of already a little bit deep at second anyhow, so he didn't have to go too far. Otherwise, that could have been a problem. Dropped right in no man's land.
Roberts left on base. He did get on base with an error. Got a piece of it. And I think Rumler might have been the one who just bobbled the ball. Or
I think you're right,
yeah. But I think that one was one that we were kind of questioning. Okay, was it a little mess up? So we didn't really count that like an E5. It's like an E question mark.
Yeah, it could go either way. It could be an E5 or an infield single.
E lowercase I. That's that imaginary number.
I can't remember where. Like there, I mean, there's a line, somewhere. I don't know where it's at. Honestly, I think a lot of times it's just up to the officials on the field. I would have called it a hit. But what did we call it?
We called it an error.
We did call it an error.
Like I was telling you, that E, lowercase I, the imaginary number.
Yeah. I must have been thinking of a different play.
Right.
That was that inning when they kept eating up the left side of the field, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. They had like 3 straight singles to left.
Third inning, they did that. Braxton Cherry, Dakota Matheson, and Leatherwood.
Right, yeah.
Threaded it through. But that's the last out. Real quickly, the Hayesville Yellow Jackets will go 1, 2, 3, so no hits, no runs, no Murphy errors, no one left on base. We are through 4 complete innings of baseball. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning of play. We'll go right back to the top of the order. Peyton McCracken, Will Carringer, and BR. Braden Rumfelt will come to bat for the Murphy Bulldogs. Murphy, 10 runs, Hayesville 3. That's when we come back to the top of the 5th here on Team FYN Sports.
Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville. Jackie's got your next ride for less, like the most awarded 4x4s in history. New Jeeps, the full line, starring all new Grand Wagoneer and Grand Cherokee L. New Ram trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality. Crossovers and high-performance cars, too. And all new models come with Jackie's free limited powertrain warranty. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
New pitcher on the mound for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets, giving him just a few extra moments to go out and warm up a bit. But Chance Hughes, whom we've seen clean up for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets, does quite well. Brandon Stevens and Caleb English bringing you this game today. Hayesville 3 runs to Murphy's 10 as we are in the top of the 5th. Murphy Bulldogs at the plate. Go back to the top of the order. Peyton McCracken, the center fielder. Shortstop Will Carringer is on deck. And in the hole is Braden B.R. Rumpel.
You hear about not wanting a pitcher to see the lineup a third time. And it looks like that's what they've done with Cherry, except is this the 3rd time or the 4th time that Murphy's gone through?
Let's see. I'll answer that question in just a few seconds. But Hughes, just going to tell you, freshman, 2.42 ERA. But
not bad.
No, not bad. But then, as far as appearances and the win-loss, he's more of your cleanup guy.
Right. 6 strikeouts, I see.
He does very well when placed out there. So now for Murphy, let's see, 1, 2.5.
2.5. Okay.
I'll put it this way, we've had 4 innings complete, and Rumfelt's hit 3 times. Everybody's hit at least 3 times. So actually 3 times through.
Got you. I thought I might have lost count there.
All right, Peyton has an even count, 2-2. Let's check and see how Chance Hughes is playing this one. And the 2-2 outside fills it up. Just a quick update. Top of the 6th inning. Murphy is at bat in the softball matchup, but leads 5-3. And no outs. Oh. Let's see. Let me guess. Peyton's going to take the first base, hit by the pitcher. That's the second time today. Fresh pitcher.
Yep, he got him right on the crown of the helmet. Thankfully, it was an off-speed pitch. I don't think it got him too bad.
Still, those little dingers, though.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it made a doink when it hit.
Well, as I'd say in football, it didn't quite ring his bell.
No.
Oh, good pitch here.
That's been a strike on lefties all day. And is nearly, like you said, is nearly unhittable.
Chance Hughes, righty to lefty, Will Carringer.
I'm not much of a golfer, so I don't know what iron Carringer would have needed to hit that one, but
Sandwich.
running
back
double
down.
play.
No.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
They doubled him up because McCracken was too far off the base.
So Will Carringer, F4?
I believe it was, yeah.
And then they
4-3.
4-3 on Peyton. So
yep.
Carringer out number 1 and Peyton out number 2. Braden Rumfeldt, BR. Not bad today. He's got a piece of the ball every time he's been to the plate. He flew out to center field, first base hit, and they left him at first. And then had a first base RBI. No chance of that now, but getting on base pretty good today. He's 2 of 3. 4th appearance at the plate.
2 for 3 is pretty good. That's a good piece of hitting. They're playing him straight up. I don't see any shifts by Hayesville. That wasn't a bad pitch. It curved back in.
Right.
Just a little bit too far off the plate, I guess.
And the 2-0 inside.
Ooh. They get him on the hand? I believe it got him on the hand.
So he's going to take the...
Or is it saying it hit his bat?
I'm just going to say, no, get back up there and hit again. And Adam Klontz is going to say, wait a minute.
Braden's offering his case. I didn't hear it hit the bat. Of course, we've got these headsets on.
I thought I saw it graze him on the hands, but umpire's going to say no. So,
all right then.
Chance Hughes is going to deliver the 3-0.
So instead of a free pass, it counts as a strike.
No, it's
3-0.
This is a 3-0.
Okay. So you said it didn't hit him at all?
No.
Wow.
Now, that one's going to be a strike.
I mean, I definitely thought it hit something, but
Is this what you call a? Oh, and it's totally joking here, but is this a baseball flop? Taking the charge in baseball.
Well, it's like they say, don't be afraid to wear a baggy jersey. Remember Jeff Bagwell? He used to have that huge pad on his left hand because he got hit on his hand so many times. And so they would still hit him on the hand, and it just bounced right off, and he'd go to first base.
Got on base. The 3-2 comes in, and that'll be the third.
Kind of as a strikeout.
Yeah. So they go 1-2-3 for the Murphy Bulldogs, and in that, in this top half of the fifth, no hits, no runs, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the fifth inning of play, and when we do, Hayesville Yellow Jackets will go back to the top of the order, and it'll be Mason Cook, Braxton Cherry, Dakota Matheson. Unless they've changed the order with Braxton Cherry, we'll find out in just a few moments. It's 10 Murphy, 3 Hayesville on Team FIN Sports.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
Jeep Celebration Event at your hometown dealer. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville. Jackie's got your next ride for less, like the most awarded 4x4s in history. New Jeeps, the full line, starring all new Grand Wagoneer and Grand Cherokee L. New Ram trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality. Crossovers and high-performance cars, too. And all new models come with Jackie's free limited powertrain warranty. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the ground.
Sun comes back out for this beautiful Thursday afternoon, turning into Thursday evening. Brandon Stevens and Caleb English with you. Bring you Hayesville and Murphy baseball. Mason Cook for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets will come to plate. 10 runs Murphy, 3 runs Hayesville, and this one chopped down to Dominic Rumler. Feeds it out to Cornwell, but not in time.
Cook with a little bit too much speed there for Rumler. Legged out a infield single.
Next person coming to the
So
plate,
Braxton Cherry does stay in the lineup.
Braxton Cherry.
And I want to see where they place Chance Hughes.
Yeah.
We'll watch him cycle in. Go inside, low and inside. Isaac Cole is still on the mound.
He's had a pretty good game today.
So let's go back here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts, as we mentioned. This one cranked foul and going to get out of reach past the warning track, it looks like. And he's still cool as a cucumber.
Yep.
Don't show any signs of fatigue. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, out there at second that last inning when Murphy was on, and suddenly Isaac Cole got a little bit bigger, and the legs and shoulders and everything else. So wait, what happened? And then it was Ty Laney on running.
Cole's done a good job of keeping his pitch count low. He had that one rough inning where they kept hitting the singles to left, but he's got that strike all day.
And that was inside.
A little bit. But on Carringer for Murphy, he had same thing. So it's just on lefties. That area has been a strike all day long.
The 1-2 from Isaac Cole. Crank down in between first and second.
About to go to 1.
And BR delivers over to Briggs, and it will advance Mason Cook over to second.
Nothing wrong with a productive out.
Next person at bat.
Dakota
number 5.
Matheson
is
is shortstop. Walked his first time, bottom of the third, bottom of the first, and then bottom of the third, he got a first base hit. So he's got on base. He's been left at third twice.
A little bit high there.
Once again, tuning in today, it is 10-3, Murphy leading Hayesville. And the big inning for Murphy, top of the fourth, 6 runs, and we go through the batting order +1.
Right. And I think you had said that was about the third time that Murphy because you said about the third time Murphy went through, somewhere around there.
Everybody has had at least 1 or 3 at bats.
Right.
Everybody on Murphy's roster or batting order.
That one gets away from Swain.
Once again today, Joe Swain putting out a lot of effort today at catcher, but baseball's getting away from him. And
yeah, I never wanted to be a catcher. I did it one time in T-ball, and even with no one throwing the ball at me, I didn't like it.
Well, not only that, but you know, just being able to catch the balls. You're in all that equipment. Here's this one cranked down in between the bases, and it will score Mason Cook. So Dakota Matheson, his second hit of the day and an RBI.
A hot grounder is just quickly closed in on by Murphy.
All that equipment.
Yeah.
And fastballs, curveballs, all those things, and then you're part of the decision making to say, you know, you're throwing the numbers to say, switch up the pitch here, and then you're the coach on the field because you can see the field as it lays, whereas everybody else doesn't necessarily have all that insight.
You can tell folks to shift and
right.
You know, go different positions and
cut here, cut there.
Yeah. I was a third baseman when I played, and I didn't play very long. I just played Little League a little bit. I played football in high school, and I wanted to play baseball, but by the time football got done, I was just I was pretty tired, and I just kind of wanted a break. Yeah, I had an infielder's arm. They put me in outfield once, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't for you. I had a brother, though. He was an outfielder. He was a center fielder. He had a cannon, and my youngest brother was the first baseman and a pitcher.
Avery Leatherwood steps to the plate, flown to center field on a sacrifice fly, and got on in the bottom of the third. First base hit was thrown out at second.
Cole seems to be missing a little bit high with his pitches, and Hayesville's capitalized this inning.
Josh Cook went out and had a word with him. This one, and once again, Joe's having trouble getting orientation with the ball. Third or fourth time is like, where to go?
It's taking bad hops on him and gets away from him. He gets in his blind spot. Looked like Leatherwood held his check swing there, so still no strikes.
And here comes the 2-0 from Isaac Cole.
That was a close one.
Dakota Matheson is the man at the top of your screen on second base for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Hayesville has scored in this inning. Makes it 10-4. Murphy still with the lead. This one cranked out, and
that's going to be a foul.
All right.
I believe. I thought I heard contact.
Those are weird ones too. When the ball just pops right out there, and
it's making it look like the home plate is made of concrete.
Right.
Because it just keeps bouncing every time it's too low.
Oh, just a quick update. Bottom of the 6th inning of play. Hayesville is at bat in softball. And Murphy Lady Bulldogs 9 and Hayesville's Lady Jackets 3.
That was a good pitch by Cole. Don't blame Leatherwood for taking there with a 3-0 count. But also, I mean, you're down 6. Could look at it that way, too.
Let's get this pitch in, and I'll tell you a little story about the Swain game the other day.
All right.
All right. So Leatherwood gets on by walk. So we had Swain here the other day, and what I liked the other day was Cameron Blankenship came here, and ball was clearly into the just outside, and up behind the plate called it a strike. And so Blankenship reaches over with a bat as far as he could and drew a line in the dirt and said that's where it went.
Oh my goodness. That takes some bravery.
I would have done that.
I would have, but then I would have paid for it when I got home.
0-1 count. Here's 0-1 delivery. Just inside across the shoulder of Kyle Lunsford.
Lunsford heard that one hissing as it went by.
Yep. Lunsford is just checking back into some of the stats. 529 on the season. Not bad at bat. He's had 13 games played. He's played every game, in other words, because Hayesville Yellow Jackets 10-3 on the season, 8-3 in conference play. Murphy, on the other hand, 13-5, 10-1 in conference.
That's awesome.
And he opens up the count on this one, on the 2-1.
Yeah,
Make
he's
it 2-2.
He's doing a good job battling back here.
Looks like we're going to get a new pitcher for the Murphy Bulldogs as one goes to the bullpen. And for Murphy, that is going to be number 14, Cole Laney. So I'm going from Isaac Cole
to Cole Laney.
We just switched the Cole around. Full count, and Kyle Lunsford swings on this one. It'll remain full.
Yep, Laney's a lefty, so he'll give him a different look. Hayesville employed the same strategy when they brought in their relief pitcher, a righty. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes it doesn't, but it's always a smart play.
So Isaac Cole's gone at least 4 1/3 inning.
Ooh. Right off the inside of Lunsford's foot.
This was kind of a Kellen Rumfelt incident, right?
Yeah.
Just
a painful at bat. Murphy would very much like a double play here to get out of this.
Crack down to Rumler, and he'll send it over. Force play
to first. Thought about going to second, but thought better of it.
We'll advance the runners, though. Dakota Matheson at third. Avery Leatherwood moves out to second.
Rumler with a 5-3 put out.
Number 2, Kate Denton on an error, and in the bottom of the second, bottom of the third, struck out.
Kind of sounds like he's due for a hit. Murphy's outfield is very shallow, especially in center, and they're shifted. They must be expecting Denton to pull. That's that right side of that plate all day.
So everybody's, like you say, outfield shifted over to the left a bit.
Pretty sizable gap between second and short also.
Cranked right into the gap, and it's going to score at least 2. Caleb on this one. we will see Dakota Matheson cross. Avery Leatherwood is running like he's running for his life. And Cade Denton goes to first.
Next person coming to the plate, number 44, Kendall Boyer.
We just talked about it.
He's due for a hit.
Yeah.
And that pulls the Hayesville Yellow Jackets within 4 of Murphy. Slid outside. It'll be ball 1. And Isaac Cole been through 4 2/3 innings on the mound, and the 1-0 delivery going to be a time, and Josh Cook wants to come out and talk. He brings out Joe Swain, and he's talking now to bring in Cole Laney, and we'll take out Isaac Cole. So tall Cole Laney will come in and take the mound, and through 4 2/3 innings, as we see Isaac Cole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts on the day. He'll go, and so we'll take a quick break, let Cole Laney warm up from the mound. It's 10 Murphy and Hayesville Yellow Jackets 6. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning of play. We'll come back. There's one more out that the Murphy Bulldogs need on Hayesville to retire this inning here on Team FYN Sports. Murphy Bulldogs have the lead 10-6 over the Hayesville Yellow Jackets here in Hayesville. We went through 4 2/3 innings with Isaac Cole. Now Cole Laney is the man on the mound through warming up, and we're ready to come in with next Hayesville batter. It would have been, well, this is Kendall Boyer.
Cole Laney, the big, tall lefty. 4.62 ERA. 48 strikeouts, though.
Oh, this one's cranked out into the outfield and getting underneath it out into right field.
Mission accomplished.
Is going to be our guy, Adam Sutton. So with that, a F9, 1, 2, 3 runs.
Sometimes all you need is just a different look.
1, 2, 3 hits. One man left on base and no Murphy errors. We'll go to the top half of the 6th inning in just a few seconds, as the Murphy Bulldogs will bring Isaac Cole on the schedule. But I think this is probably going to be Cole Laney, or unless there's a designated hitter, we'll find out who that first batter is. Adam Sutton and Joe Swain. We'll be back in just a few moments on Team FYN Sports.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
Jeep Celebration event at your hometown dealer. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville. Jackie's got your next ride for less, like the most awarded 4x4s in history. New Jeeps, the full line, starring all new Grand Wagoneer and Grand Cherokee L. New Ram trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality. Crossovers and high-performance cars, too. And all new models come with Jackie's free limited powertrain warranty. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson begins.
Murphy Bulldogs have a 4-run lead over the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. It's 10-6 as we're at the top of the 6th inning of play, and this is Isaac Cole. So he does remain in the lineup.
Yeah, Cole with a little bit better batting average than Cole Laney, so makes sense to leave him in to hit.
Goes right down into Cade Denton. Denton throws down to first, and the 5-3 put out goes quickly for Isaac Cole. That'll be the first out. Isaac Cole, by the way, first base hit, flew out to third, got on by an error, and his third thrown out at first, so he's 1 for 4 on the day. Adam Sutton, on the other hand, first base hit, left on third, and struck out twice.
Sutton, a very aggressive batter. We'll see what he can do here. Good batter, though.
Yeah.
Gap in left center.
And so Chance Hughes
getting those low strikes, yeah.
I just happened to notice, let's see this one. Oh, that one's almost just ricocheted off of Adam's shoulder.
Yeah, just very close.
Looks like people were having to park into Squiddy, the cars in the field out that way, because there's a lot of people here. You just can't see it, and we could pan around, but you know, you're here to watch. You're tuning in to us to watch the game, but looks like a lot of people. Yeah,
really good turnout.
And there's a lot of people underneath the underneath us here in the press box, and then over onto the other sides and the other states, which you can't see past. Tons of people watching this ball game. A little high, and
he tried to wear it.
Yeah, well, twice now.
Or I should say, barely got out of the way.
Right.
Yeah, you mentioned all the people underneath us. It's a good thing I'm not eating sunflower seeds with the window open here, because then that would be bad.
That would be covered in sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Or like Jake West, when he's here, he has not just sunflower seeds, but those barbecue flavored sticky things. You know.
I was about to say, the rain smells like barbecue.
The 2-2 turns into 3-2.
Sutton showing a good eye this at bat.
No one on, one out for the Murphy Bulldogs. 10-6 is the score. Murphy leading Hayesville outside, and that's going to walk Adam Sutton.
That was a close one, but it was a little bit off the plate.
So Sutton, at this point in the game, we have one more inning of baseball to play. He's 1 for 4. And Big Joe, base on balls, flew out to left field and has a base hit. He's 1 for 3, and he scored. And I think, I may not have recorded it, but I think he had an RBI.
I think you might be right.
Ran one of these guys in above him.
Because that was part of that monster inning that they had, right? Yeah. So there's a pretty good chance that he did. But you're right, I think he did.
And then right behind him, Briggs Cornwell came in and crunched one for a stand-up double.
Oh, yeah. He missed a homer by about 4 feet.
The other one that today, BR Braden Rumfeld flew to center, first base struck out. But his has been, I was just noticing, and I'll tell you how I was just noticing, his has been comfortable hits. And the reason I say that is he still has a pristine uniform.
Right.
No red clay dirt on him at all. They just fold that jewel up and save it for Tuesday.
Some stand-up singles, yeah.
He did. He's had clean batting. And here in Joe Swain.
A good post game photo to cap on that would be to have Braden Rumfelt or Kellen Rumfelt. Or no, you said Braden, yeah.
Yeah, it's Braden.
Braden Rumfelt standing right beside Peyton McCracken. Because Peyton is absolutely covered from all the slides in the second that he's done.
He can't tell where his hair ends and his uniform begins.
That's baseball, though. I mean, you sign your kid up for baseball, you know that you're going to have a muddy washing machine. That's just how it goes.
And you love those days in football when it rains.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Oh, this one crunched, goes foul ball behind the backstop. And the count 3-2.
We used to have a rule when I played high school football that if it rained hard enough to have a mud puddle, if you were clean by the end of practice, you had to just jump in the mud puddle.
Yeah, there were those, especially when I was playing JV football.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was one of those, I was not big enough to be a lineman. I was too slow to be a receiver or running back, and about all I could play was tied in, and there were 2 men in front of me.
Right.
So, yeah, I had a lot of clean uniform days. Of course, my goal was not necessarily to get a scholarship, go on and play professionally or anything like that. I just wanted to learn enough so I could be a journalist,
Well,
sports journalist.
That's a good plan, yeah.
I don't know if it worked out.
I would say that it probably did. You learn best from experiences, you know.
Fouls, keeping it full.
I was always a second string guy. My senior year, I made it to kickoff, and because I could get down the field pretty good, but I always had hands like bricks. I never could catch anything, and I was very small. Only weighed 150 pounds when I played. So when I hit someone, 9 times out of 10, I was usually bouncing off of them instead of the other way around.
And those other sports like wrestling, Lord, no, I was like I was never going to be wrestling in the 120 or any of that stuff. I was never lightweight. I was always up there around 180. Which meant you're going to. And in those days, they didn't have these extra heavyweight. You know, I was definitely going to be into the heavyweight 189 or something like that.
Yeah, because you get into the wider ranges when you get up to that stage.
Okay, Joe goes walking. And we'll stroll Adam Sutton around.
Courtesy runner comes on, Mr. Crepes.
Hair floating in the wind, goes down to first. And
it's like that scene in Con Air when Nicolas Cage gets off the plane and his hair is just wisping in the wind.
Right.
Or given that it's Nicolas Cage, I guess I should say his wig was wisping in the wind.
Right. Briggs going to watch that one go by, and for good reason. That was hiding inside.
It looks like the pitcher is having trouble getting his breaking ball to break when he wants it to. And Murphy's just, they know it's not got a whole lot of speed on it, so they're just, staying in there, and whatever happens, happens.
Now when Chance, hold on, here this one goes right into
Might
a
be
shallow
2.
infield. Nope.
Going to be 1. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to catch Crepes down at second. So what was that, a 5'6"?
5'6". 5. I think that was a 6'4", wasn't it?
6'4".
Was it 6'4" or 5'4"?
It's first out.
Yeah. Or a second out.
And a fielder's choice for Briggs Cornwell.
Yeah.
All right. Now standing. Go ahead.
We'll say Crepes had too much drag on that one. Why he didn't make it to second.
Somewhere. I know that Jake West is going to call us into the office tomorrow. Okay. There was the math you guys were talking about. Crepes' hair.
Yeah, Jake will definitely give me for the math because I taught him in math too. I'm really starting to feel my age with all these kids around.
Okay, so John Ledford, 2 first base hits and a strikeout, 2 for 3 so far.
A fun fact about John Ledford that he would absolutely skin me alive for is that he looks exactly like professional football player Drew Lock.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Every time I see Drew Lock, I was like, that's John Ledford. Looks exactly – I should say now Seattle Seahawk Drew Lock. But John has a much better attitude and demeanor than Drew Lock does.
If we had the means, we'd pull Drew up and post that picture.
Side by side,
hits the side of the plate and coming to slide right in. Get a little dirt on the uniform as Adam
Cornwell's going to
Sutton.
advance to third and be safe because the ball gets away.
Now he's going to trot on home, and
it's going to be An error that generates 2 RBI or 2 runs.
So Ledford's on an error.
Or Ledford, it was a pass ball, I believe, and Sutton stole home. So I believe he stole home.
No, okay, I'm sorry. No, wait.
Or maybe not.
Ledford's still at the plate.
Right.
3 balls.
A lot of shenanigans happened just now. We're trying to make heads or tails of it. Sutton stole on the pass ball, right?
Right.
Error.
You mentioned shenanigans, so in this inning, lots of flair
Yeah.
for the Murphy Bulldogs.
Looks like the softball game got a lot closer, too.
So now Ledford goes base on balls, a walk, and Kellen Rumfelt. And so now in this side of the game, it looks like Murphy Bulldogs have pulled that little 2-out magic. 12-6 after 2 runs scored in this inning. Strike on Kellen Rumfelt.
Rumfeld on the other side of the plate this time with a right-handed pitcher. Two outs.
Yeah, 1 hit, and this one falls into the backdrop, and it hits in behind the Murphy softball dugout. By the way, Murphy's Lady Bulldogs, 9 runs and 7 runs for Hayesville. Hayesville's at the plate. We'll keep you updated here on that no outs for Hayesville. So Hayesville has a chance to dig in, and a strikeout.
Wow.
On Kellen Rumfelt. That will end the inning for the Murphy Bulldogs. But when this top half of the 6th inning of play, there were 2 runs scored off of actually no hits, and we had 1 person left on base and 1 Hayesville error. As we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning of play, Murphy leads 12 runs, Hayesville 6. When we come back, we'll have Mike Money, Tate Roberts. We'll go back to the top of the order with Mason Cook for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets in just a moment. Michael Money is coming to the plate for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Struck out and flew out to the second base. It was 2 times at bat in the bottom of the 2nd and bottom of the 4th. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Michael Money, Tate Roberts, and Mason Cook are scheduled to make appearances to the plate. Once again, Brandon Stevens and Caleb English bringing you today's game. Strike on the first pitch coming down from Cole Laney.
Looked like it was a 2-seam fastball because it kind of crossed as it went over the plate. Little movement there. Cole's got some gas, yeah.
The bigger thing that a couple things he's trying to accomplish now as an athlete. Now I'll let this 0-2 go down. Oh, hit and foul ball. This one's going into softball field. So, multi-dimensional type athlete. He's in the gym the other day, and there's Eric with the men's basketball team, and Dylan Brown and I see a few others in there, Will Carringer, and on it goes, but he's trying to dunk. And hold on. Outside, ball one. So, and he just looks around, and Dylan Brown's just sitting there throwing the ball up, and Cole's trying to dunk, and Eric just kind of looks at him and says, he thinks he can dunk. Let's get the regular shot on first, you know.
That sounds like Eric. They're actually our neighbors, and I used to work with Eric when I worked at the middle school years ago, and they would do fundraising 3-on-3 basketball tournaments, and they would, sometimes get Eric to play with them.
Strikeout here.
Wow. Must have caught the corner.
Next person coming up to the plate, number 20.
So there we go with that one.
Yep.
Because really the third out last inning where Cole came in and took over as pitcher, it was a fly out.
It was a fly out, yeah.
Kendall Boyer, so it's his first strikeout. Tate Robert was on my list, but new at bat. This is number 20.
This is the pitcher, I believe. The new Hughes. Yeah.
Okay, so this is where Chance Hughes goes.
Yep. So he's batting in Roberts' place?
Yep.
Okay.
But the other thing now that Cole Laney is working on, besides throwing a baseball, so the last time I was in the gym, which was coming in for the swing game last week, Joseph Watson has him, and he's throwing the football. Now he's throwing the baseball, had the basketball.
Right.
So I'm surprised he doesn't have an athletic identity crisis.
Well, that's what I was getting at before the strikeout was, I don't know a lot about basketball. It's probably the sport I know the least amount about next to hockey. But their dad's probably the most natural basketball player I've ever seen.
Yeah?
Yeah. He can make an underhanded layup easier than anybody I've ever seen.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, my,
picked it
wow. What a play.
Into
was that Sutton?
The right field. This one goes. Adam Sutton gets under that. Wow, what a diving catch.
Man.
So.
It happened so quick we couldn't get the camera on it.
F9. But Sutton was on his horse going to get that one regardless and went to the ground to
He even got it in foul territory, too.
So Mason Cook
Next person at bat, number 18.
led us off in this game with for Hayesville with a first base hit, scored, struck out, and had a first base hit in the bottom of the fifth. So 2 for 3, his fourth appearance. This one fouls back.
And the softball game is over, so if it goes over there, I don't know who's going to go retrieve it now.
9-7 the final. Murphy Lady Bulldogs win that one.
Yeah, Hayesville gave them a good scare there at the end.
Here's Cole throwing in, and this one's a bit outside. We'll go one more inning of baseball, and here's the 1-1 strike across the plate. Cole's throwing some heat.
Yep, and he's living on the inside corner of these right-handed batters too. He's definitely got his motion nailed, and that's where he's living right now.
Oh, this one gets away from him.
Yeah.
You can tell that didn't have full control. But I like his Larry Jones look on the uniforms. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Chipper.
Yep.
Always wonder. Oh, strikeout. So
good pitch.
1, 2, 3. The Hayesville Yellow Jackets will go with no hits, no runs, no Murphy errors, no one left on base. So very quickly, the 6 innings are in the book, and we'll go to the 7th. And the last at bat for the Murphy Bulldogs. We'll go back to the top of the order. Peyton McCracken will come up for his 5th time, along with Will Carringer and B.R. Braden Rumfeld when we come back. But here it is Murphy 12 and the Hayesville Yellow Jackets 6 on Team FYN Sports.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
Jeep Celebration Event at your hometown dealer. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville. Jackie's got your next ride for less, like the most awarded 4x4s in history. New Jeeps, the full line, starring all new Grand Wagoneer and Grand Cherokee L. New Ram trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality. Crossovers and high-performance cars, too. And all new models come with Jackie's free limited powertrain warranty. Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hayesville.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently
Last at bat for the Murphy Bulldogs, as we will come back to the top of the order. Peyton McCracken, Will Carringer, and BR, Braden Rumpfelt. Chance Hughes, man on the mound so far this afternoon for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets in relief. Not too bad. He put the Murphy Bulldogs away.
Yep.
5th inning, 1-2-3, but allowed a few runs, got a strikeout in the top of the 6th. So here's Peyton. As I mentioned for him, first at bat, he was first at bat for the Murphy Bulldog. Oh, he's going to get hit. Or no, that was just inside.
Just a bit.
I thought he was angling in, and a walk thrown out at first, a base hit, and then he was hit by the pitcher.
That was the one that bounced off the top of his head. Yeah.
Yeah, right, just right on the helmet.
Yep.
So see how he fares here.
Kind of hard to dispute the HBP if it bounces off the top of your helmet. Now, if it hits your hand right where the bat is, I guess
that don't count.
No, it doesn't.
Smack. This one is going to go just into shallow outfield, and the second baseman for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets, Mike Money, will get under it. So Peyton goes F4.
He hit that one so high it probably registered as a blip on an air traffic control tower.
We'll have to find the trajectory on that one.
that's physics.
What point was the velocity 0?
How high was the apex?
Right.
You can just hear Jake's ears smoking every time we talk about math.
But congratulations to his wife today, master's degree.
Nice.
Yeah. Smacked into
trapped by the second baseman.
Yep. Easy put out.
I thought he was going to have a little bit of a oopsie daisy catch there, but he had to trap it instead.
All right, the last hope, possibly, BR. Once again, flew out center field. 2 base hits and a strikeout. 2 for 4 in his appearances at the plate.
It's not a bad day at work.
Wait for Carringer to come back and jump back into the dugout. Behind BR, Isaac Cole. And he's not had a bad day. Got on base, got a chunk of the ball. And the delivery cranked it into the right nice spot there in between the outfielders and the infielders.
Yep, little Texas League bloop there. Nothing wrong with those.
Generally in broadcasting, when I've said use that term, people don't know what that is.
Oh, I just want to drop some behind the
I know.
Yeah.
But I use it, and then people looking at it like what I'm saying is they don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's definitely a baseball brain term for sure. You could get all Richard Attenborough on and be like, for those that don't know. Oh, we've got to play it second.
Isaac Cole, oh, it's going to be
out. Oh, they say he's out. There's that arm from Leatherwood you were talking about at the top of the broadcast.
So here, one hit, no runs, no errors, no one left on base, but just somebody left at bat was Isaac Cole. So with that, we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning of play and possibly the last appearance, unless the Hayesville Yellow Jackets crank out 6 runs and we go into the 8th inning. When we come back, it'll be Braxton Cherry, Dakota Matheson, and Avery Leatherwood. 3 pretty good hitters for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Stay with us. Once again, Murphy leads 12-6 over Hayesville as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning of play on Team FYN Sports. Murphy Bulldogs have the lead, 6 runs. It's 12 Murphy and Hayesville 6. The last 3 at bats for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets, guaranteed at least. Braxton Cherry, Dakota Matheson, and Avery Leatherwood. Braxton Cherry struck out his first appearance, has a first base hit, and was thrown out at first. So 1 for 3 for Mr. Cherry. And let's see.
Look, one of the Murphy players is getting some wrap. Might have a little raspberry on his arm there. Well, of course, with the warmer weather, he might have gotten stung by something. We got some bumblebees flying around up here. Oh, that's Braden.
Mm-hmm.
Probably on the slide. I couldn't see his number from here. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
Oh, I had to get contact lenses this past fall in football. We went to Union County, I think. When I had trouble discerning players, and finally I think Murphy, one of the Murphy players, Hunter Laney, said, "You couldn't see." And I was like, "Okay, you're right."
I know Hunter. That sounds like something he would say. He's a good kid.
I had fun working with him. I'm going to miss him a lot.
Yeah, he's a hoot.
Talking about Nicolas Cage, now that is the doppelganger. I told him that. I said, you got to look like Nicolas Cage.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have, what do you call that, an E4 maybe?
Yeah.
At bat number 5.
Dakota Matheson.
Dakota Matheson.
Walked, first base hit, and an RBI. So he's 2 for 3.
Yeah, it looks like Hayesville's got the right guys coming up at the right time. Let's see if Cole Laney can induce a double play ball here. It'll be hard to do.
Yeah.
Well, especially hard to do now, but before, with the speed that Hayesville has, it would have been very difficult anyway.
Especially these guys. Braxton moves.
Yeah.
Dakota moves. Avery Leatherwood, he just needs to connect with one.
Yeah.
All right, Cole delivers, and this one cranked back into the backdrop. And it was right almost at that tangential point where if it crossed over, it could have came through our window. You can't see that, but there.
Yep, the vertical asymptote was almost greater than the horizontal line segment, keeping us safe. But Seriously, that would have hit our camera if that net hadn't been here. It was
But it
headed
hit
right for
right
it.
at the top. Oh, this one goes into
Looks like Sutton's
right
got
field,
it.
and he does.
And the runner at second does not tag because good throw by Sutton. Wow.
Yep.
Good arm. It's an arm I always wished that I had, but if I tried to throw that far, my arm would just be laying in the field.
Next person coming to the plate, number 12.
Avery Leatherwood comes up. As we mentioned, not just a fly to center field. He got a piece of it, but sacrifice fly. His first at bat. Base hit. He was left on base, bottom of the third, and walked, but scored in the bottom of the fifth. Folks, it's been a great afternoon. One for weather and one for baseball. I mean, 18 runs scored, 12 for Murphy, 6 for Hayesville. It was a 15-5 game, and Murphy, with these two teams, Murphy winning on Tuesday over at Conahita Park.
Yeah, it's been a very exciting game.
Little backstory on Conahita Park. In Cherokee, the word, this one's cracked down to
That's
the second
through.
base, and possibly scoring Braxton Cherry. He's on his horse. He'll move in, and
he'll score standing up. Wow.
Yeah.
Hayesville not going quietly into the night.
Leatherwood gets to second. Someone give him a double.
Yep.
Kyle Lunsford
Kyle Lunsford
flew out to the first baseman, thrown out at first, 0 for 3. Conahita Park. Cherokee, the word Ganahida means long. So that's the derivation. It's just misspelled and mispronounced.
I've seen several spellings. Yeah, I wasn't sure which one was the right one. That was where I grew up playing baseball. Of course, when I played, that was when the first field was actually on the other side of the road where the Wellness Center is now.
Right.
They had that huge set of bleachers in that pavilion behind home plate.
Now you got pickleball.
Yeah. A lot of people like pickleball. I've not gotten into it myself, but I do hear it's quite popular.
Oh, Brinky from football, Murphy, this past fall. Go out and play pickleball. Are we going to go eat? Nope. Go play pickleball.
Oh, that's through opposite field.
Got past Briggs and rounding over to the side. I was thinking Avery Leatherwood was going to try to tag home, but first base hit.
Yeah, usually with the catcher, it's kind of hard to get him from second to home on a single, but and plus with Sutton's arm, he tries to keep him honest.
Now Kate Denton gets on a Murphy error. He strikes out, and then in the bottom of the fifth gets a base hit, so he's 1 for 3. Josh Cook's going to come out and talk to Cole Laney for a second. He and Joe Swain. And let's see, it's just a conversation.
Yeah. Definitely tend to think that up 5 runs, they'll just let Cole finish this one out.
And we're through 1/3 of the inning for him pitching. All right, Kate Denton. Can get a piece of it, but like you mentioned, it's a 5-run lead, was a 6-run lead, has been that way for just a little while.
Yep. But you got Denton, then you got the bottom third of Hayesville's order, so maybe the waters get a little smoother for Laney coming up here.
Cracked into right center field, going to tag back up.
That's going to get down for a double.
It's going to get 2 runs in. Circling in, Leatherwood and Kyle Lunsford will score.
Wow.
And then Cade Denton stands up at second.
That was a good hit.
And
good effort by the center fielder to try to rob that one.
Kendall Boyer.
Murphy didn't think that one of the runners touched the plate, so they checked just to be sure. But
coming to the plate.
Umpire says he did.
44, Kendall Boyer.
So, Brandon, things just got a lot more sticky for Murphy here.
It has. Crack down to Briggs Cornwell. He'll pick it up, run over.
Out number 2.
3 unassisted. But you have somebody in scoring position now. Kate Denton advances to third. Mike Money struck out in bottom of the second, bottom of the fourth. He flew out to second base and struck out 6. He's 0 for 3 today. So 2 outs.
He's definitely dying to get a hit here. Makes contact right to the second baseman.
And so 4-3 to put out, and that will end the game as we'll take a look and see the numbers here. So with 1, 2, 3 runs that are scored here, and the Hayesville Yellow Jackets have 3 hits, and an error that is credited to the Murphy Bulldogs, and 1 person left on base, ends up a 12-9 baseball game. A little bit closer than 15-5 on Tuesday, so Hayesville picks up their game. Murphy now, with this win today, according to Coach Klontz, this puts in Swain County and Murphy at a tie.
Yeah.
And so he was saying to us, could be a deciding factor if they want to be co-conference champions, if they want to flip a coin, go by RPI, play another baseball game tomorrow. Could be all kinds of different things that the 2 coaches have to agree and move forward. So we'll see.
How much time do they have if they decide to do the playoff?
I don't think they have a whole lot of time.
You wouldn't think, no.
So they'd have to do that like now and say, okay, you play it tomorrow, you play it Saturday.
Yeah.
And or once again, flipping coins and drawing numbers and tea leaves on the floor and. So the Hayesville Yellow Jackets will go 10-4 on the season, 8-4 in conference play. For the Murphy Bulldogs, this will change them to 14-5 on the season, 11-1 in conference play. And okay, good ball game today.
Yeah, it was.
Hayesville struggles a little bit in behind, but man, what a rally!
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to the end of this because I know you got to go and do some things this evening. But a final score tonight, 12-9. Murphy wins over the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Caleb English, Brandon Stevens here, along with Cole West, making us sound and look pretty on TV today. So thank you, and also thanks to Jake West for allowing us to do this ball game.
Absolutely.
Once again, Murphy wins over the Hayesville Yellow Jackets in baseball. They also win in softball. Just behind us, and we'll give you another stay in touch with us for the next broadcast with a streaming game that we carry here on Team FYN Sports.